No, I'm gonna be talking about some real shit. So if you're a brainwashed little person who is closed-minded and doesn't understand how the world actually works, then please try for once to, just expand that little acorn mind that you have and try to listen to what I'm saying and try to understand what I'm saying. I'm not going to, try to attack people. I'm not trying to, make people feel bad about themselves. But what I have to say is what needs to be said, because at this point, the world is turning to shit and the people are turning to shit. So there needs to be somebody who opens their mouth. And I find it very obvious and very clear that a lot of people don't want to open their mouths because they're afraid of retaliation. They're afraid of, somebody who's bigger than them opening their mouth. Because, bitch, I can open my mouth and say something and get 200 faves on Twitter. And this other person can say something bad about me and get 10,000 faves on it. But at the end of the day, I don't give a damn. I'm still going to open my mouth because my mother gave me this mouth. God gave me this mouth. My father gave me this mouth. And I'm going to use it because I'm not afraid of anybody. So if anybody has an issue after this video is made, don't, try to tweet me or try to do some bullshit. You could go ahead and call me. You have my number. You could go ahead and call me. We could talk on the phone. Don't text me, bitch. I'm not going to reply to any text messages. I don't have time to read. So you can, like I said, call me if anyone has an issue. If anybody thinks, oh, I don't agree with this, Vanessa, or I don't this or whatever, feel free to call me. Because other than that, you're not getting a response. So let's talk about Facetune. So as many of you know, Facetune is an app. I think it's like $1.99, $2.99, something like that, that you can get in the App Store. Not sure if it's on Android. That don't matter. But Facetune is an app where you can Photoshop, you can alter anything. At first, people were using it just, blur some pimples out. But it turned into a thing where people were going from being built like a play button to being Kylie Jenner. So it became this whole fakery, this whole perfect illusion, as Lady Gaga said. So I just have something to say. So before I even get started, I'm not gonna BS y'all and be like, I never used Facetune. Bitch, the fuck I have. I used to be in a really, really bad place mentally. I used to be so insecure about myself. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I used to be so insecure and I tried so hard to be strong for you guys and say, you have to love yourself, you have to love yourself, you have to love yourself. But I was over here struggling with an eating disorder because I hated the fat on my body. I was struggling with my own body image, but I was over here trying to I love you guys, you're so beautiful. I was having meetups telling you guys how gorgeous you were. Bodies are banging. I always make an effort to tell girls how gorgeous they are, and because every time I have a meetup, there's always those couple of girls that they tell me, they're like, Vanessa, I used to hate myself so much, and you helped me so much to learn to love myself. So if I'm able to do that, that's why I'm making videos like this. But like I said, I used to hate myself, you guys. I literally used to hate my body to the point of, like I said, starving myself. And even when I was not eating and I was dealing with this eating disorder and the depression and the anxiety all on top of it, I was Facetuning. I was pinching my waist and I was making my butt bigger than it actually was. I was blurring out every single insecurity on my face. I was doing this and doing this. I was doing the whole fucking gag. I wasn't doing it to the point of oh, that's a brand new bitch. Where you see me in person, you're like, yeah, who is this? Who is that? That ain't Nessa. That's who's that? I'm not trying to go from Squidward tennis balls to handsome Squidward. We're not trying to make a big leap. So, like I said, I'm admitting right now, before I even get into the video, that I used to do that shit. So I'm not trying to say oh, I miss perfect. I don't edit my photos. I've never done that before because I've always been happy with myself and I've always been secure with myself. Because the fact is, the gag is, I wasn't at all. So now I'm finally in a place where I am comfortable 100% with my body. I am comfortable with my mentality. I love who I am. And if I'm gonna post a picture on Instagram, I'm gonna need the trash man to speed it up. I am finally in a good place with myself, and it took me so long to get here. I am 20 years old. I have been struggling with body issues since I was in about 5th or 6th grade when, you know, the whole like bullying shit started. I'm not gonna get into that because we're not trying to make this a sob story, and I'm trying, I was bullied, and, you know, people used to, you know, like make fun of me for it, and I'm just so happy to finally be here. Yes, bitch, we get it. It's happened to a lot of people. You're not special. So I'm not trying to like look like, oh my gosh, feel sorry for me. No, we're not trying to do that here. So like I said, coming from all that BS throughout my life and finally being in a place where I'm healthy, I feel good, I'm eating healthy, I'm working out multiple times a week, I'm taking care of myself, and I'm finally happy with where I'm at. And it's so funny to me because I don't get mad. I don't get mad. I actually reply to these comments sometimes. Where here's one of the comments. On one of my previous photos, I posted it, like I said, unedited, because I don't give a damn anymore. Like, this is what you get, bitch. Like, we're not about to, you know, edit my booty to make it look fatter, and then the gag is, it ain't that fat. So I'm just like, I don't have the energy either to sit there and try to pinch it to where the walls don't bend and, you know, try to make my waist a little smaller, and then let's try to add the hips a little bit. Let's pull the waist in without pulling the inside of the arm in, the whole process. Like, I'm so over that. If we didn't have Photoshop, if we didn't have Facetune, nobody would be able to be doing this shit. So like, I'm just gonna pretend it don't even exist. I'll admit, if I do take a picture and if I have a fat ass pimple on my face, shoot, I probably won't even post the picture. I'm gonna wait till it goes away. But if it's like I need to post that picture, I might, you know, try to, you know, cover it up just a little bit here and there. But when I posted this photo, I'll include it right here so you guys can see. As you can see, got a little chub hanging out in the front, a little something. And a couple of people were commenting saying, Vanessa, you're getting fat. Vanessa, you're looking a little chubby. And I replied, bites into burger. Because I don't care. Like, if I cared what people thought about my body, I probably would have edited it and made my stomach, you know, cinched in more, do this a little more, do this a little more. And I feel like I've really come a long way from that, because if you guys saw my Chloe times Nessa photo shoot that I did, by the way, new pieces are added and it's more affordable now for everybody. So link in the, you know, description if you guys are interested in getting some super cute clothes. And by the way, because someone, Miss Tana, tried to call me out saying, I had the opportunity to work with lots of warehouses and blah, 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 blah. Congratulations. I decided to, you know, take the opportunity to do it. I never claimed that I was designing all of these things. I said that I was putting together a capsule collection of pieces I found that I thought were cute for you guys. So I just want to throw that in there because I'm sure there's going to be people that come on my comments like, you didn't even like design that stuff, or you stole the ideas. It's not stolen. When somebody makes something and they put it out there, then if you pay, you get it. So it's not stolen. The artist is getting their credit, they're getting what they want, what is due. So at the end of the day, are you going into Forever 21 like, you guys stole everything? No, bitch, you're swiping your debit card, move on. So like I said, if you guys are interested in some new clothing, collection is out, new pieces, click that little link in the bio when this video is over. Just open it up in a new tab. Go back to this. So I remember during that photo shoot, they took a couple photos of me, and I remember looking at some of them and I was like, I don't know if I like how that looks. I don't know if, what do I want to do? Do I want to just like leave the photos? Are we going to get them retouched? Like, what are we going to do? And they did say like, we can retouch it. We can give you a fatter ass. We can smooth this out, do this, do that. And I was like, you know what? Let's actually not do that, because one, it's fake, and two, like, I don't want to be a hypocrite about this whole situation, because this, like I said, is something that I wanted to talk about for a while, and there's no point in me, you know, saying, hey guys, love your body, blah, 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 but I'm, you know, doing a photo shoot, and I'm telling them, cinch my waist, make my butt bigger, do this, please, like, I need you to do this. So there's really no point. Like, it's just being a fucking hypocrite. And I'm trying to, you know, grow from, you know, saying shit and then doing the opposite. Because, like I said, in the past, I dealt with, you know, all that stuff with my body. Yet I was telling you guys to love yourselves. I was telling you guys to, you know, just be you. And in reality, I wasn't even doing me. So I was just like, you know what? I'm sick of all the phoniness, and I don't want to come across as a phony as well. So what's being posted is what you get in real life. There's videos of me, so if you want to confirm it, you can confirm it. I don't want, you know, there's been many Instagram stars, many Instagram models who take photos, they got 3 million, 4 million, 5 million followers, and then you see them in person, and you're just like, wait, what happened? And some of you may be thinking, Vanessa, just mind your business. Let them do them. It's making them feel better about themselves at the end of the day. But that's when we jump into the disaster, the trail that they're leaving behind, the destruction. The demographic for most of these, you know, girls on the internet is between the ages of around, you know, 8 years old to about 25 years old. That's the typical YouTube watcher. Of course, there, you know, is a couple older women, you know, a couple younger kids who watch YouTube, but typically the ones who are, you know, really going hard for like their favorite, you know, YouTubers and stuff are little kids or young women. And little kids and young women have impressionable minds, and people tend to forget that. What you put out there as an influencer is going to influence people. So if you were telling people, love yourself, love your sexuality, love yourself, love your body, love everything about you, but at the end of the day, do you even love yourself? Do you even love yourself? Can you comfortably post a photo, post a video saying, this is me, this is what you get? I love my body for what it is. There's so many girls on Instagram that have like 300 followers, 1,000 followers, and they're out here promoting a healthy body image. They're out here promoting, this is it. Have you guys seen that girl where she calls it like Shake It Monday or something, and she's like shh, doing all that stuff? I love her. She is gorgeous. Her body is beautiful. She accepts herself for the way she is. It doesn't matter if you have cellulite or if you have stretch marks or if your hips are a little wider or if your waist isn't as, you know, snatched as a Kardashian. It doesn't matter. She's promoting a healthy body image for other girls who are her size, smaller, bigger, whatever it is. Even men are probably looking and like, damn, she accepts herself. And I'm gonna get into men as well, because people are gonna think, oh, I'm only coming for girls. No, boys are out here finessing as well. So my thing is, as a social influencer, you're supposed to promote things for the better, especially if your favorite phrase is, I'm trying to be a good influence, I'm trying to be an advocate, I'm trying to be this. If you're trying to be all these things, and that's why I get on these YouTubers sometimes, and that's why I just unfollow, and I know y'all see it, because some people be acting like they're part of the FBI, the CIA, and they're like, why'd you unfollow, blah, 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 why'd you do this? Maybe because I don't want to see none of that no more. I want girls around the world, any age, to be comfortable with walking around, with being online, with being doing whatever they want to do with their life, comfortable in their own skin. Because I have been in the place where I hated myself. We're not about to cry, bitch. Cut that shit out. So I just want girls to feel comfortable. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand how the people who are really trying to root for everyone, at the end of the day, they ain't even rooting for themselves. Growing up, I never, like, none of my friends did any of that. We didn't have Facetune growing up. We didn't do Photoshop. We didn't do none of that shit. We just posted our photo and went. Post your photo and go. Simple as that. That's it. But nowadays, it's such a big thing to, like, you know, try to be something that you're not. And I think it's honestly, like, Kylie Jenner is one of the biggest examples, you guys. And I'm not trying to, you know, put her down, because everybody has their insecurities and they're trying to find a way to, you know, fix it. But I mean, they're not really getting rid of them. They're just masking it with something else. But at the end of the day, someone who has millions of followers and millions of girls are looking at them, because there's millions of people, the beauty standards are put on this person that this is what is ideal. This is what you need to look like to be famous. This is what you need to look like to be sexy. Not everybody looks like that. She don't even look like that. The girl got her hips done. She got her ass done. She got her tits done. She got everything on her face done. She don't even look like herself anymore. And I don't want girls to go down that path to where they don't feel beautiful. Without, you know, if I don't have big lips, I'm not beautiful. If I don't have high cheekbones, I'm not beautiful. If I don't have long, luscious hair, I'm not beautiful. If I'm not, you know, skinny, I don't have a little waist, I'm not beautiful. If I don't have big hips and a nice butt, a nice round booty, I'm not beautiful. I don't want people to go around thinking that at all. Because one day I'm going to have a daughter. And I don't want her to feel that way. I don't want her to go around and be like, oh, whoever the next, you know, little social media person is at that time, I don't want her to be like, oh my gosh, like, I love blah, blah, blah so much, but she's, like, so beautiful, she's so perfect, and I'm so ugly, I hate myself. No, because there's literally, you guys, at my Clo Times Vanessa pop-up shop, girls who came up to me saying, I wish I looked like you, and I'm like, why? You're bomb yourself, you're beautiful, girl, and I always make an effort, and you can hold this against me. You can ask anyone that I've ever met. I always say you are so beautiful. And you know what? The first thing you see is a big ass smile. And I know, I just made your day, bitch. Like, that's what you're supposed to do as an influencer. You're supposed to make people feel better. Because a lot of people that turn to YouTube are people that are dealing with shit in real life. And YouTube can be an escape. There's a lot of girls that DM me that say, Vanessa, your channel is an escape for me. I go through so much shit. I deal with depression, I deal with body issues, I deal with this, I deal with that. But I can go to your channel and laugh and feel good at the end of the day. And there was a girl that cried at the Clo Times Vanessa pop-up, and she was like, she just broke down in my arms. And she's like, you taught me confidence. You taught me to love myself. And I'm like, yes, sis. Like, I'm so glad I could do that for you, because that's the goal, you know? So I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. This is a very emotional video. Like, I'm not trying to get emotional, but it does break my heart when girls say stuff like that. Like, it breaks my heart. Obviously, it brings joy to me that I was able to, you know, do that for them. But it breaks my heart that they were walking around in my shoes at one point. Because I hated myself. Oh, like, really bad. Like, I hated myself. So, seeing girls, you know, go through that and feel that way tears me apart. Because I know what it's like to feel like that. I know what it's like to be in that person's shoes. I'm sorry I'm crying. I really did not want to make this video and start crying. But being somebody who, you know, felt that way, it's not a good feeling. You know, it's not a good feeling. So I'm so sick of the false perception of beauty. I'm so sick of all these fucking influencers saying love your body, love yourself. Like, I'm not... This girl hasn't done anything bad to me, so I'm not gonna say her name. She hasn't hurt me. She hasn't said anything bad to me. She was nice to me. But this girl goes on Instagram and post photos in her underwear, post photos doing this, post photos doing this, and she says, finally comfortable with my body now. And I've seen this girl many times in person. I've seen this girl many times in LA, and she don't look like that at all. She's built like a regular person. But on Instagram, finally comfortable with my body. Haters are not gonna like this photo, but I love my body. I want to express it. I'm comfortable online. You're lying to yourself. You're trying to tell girls, look, I'm finally comfortable with myself. No, you're not. You're still editing the fuck out of your photos. So stop trying to act like you finally learned to love yourself, and then all the comments are, girls like, I wish I could love myself like you. I wish I could do this. And they're like, oh, babes, it's so easy. Confidence. You don't even have it yourself. Who the fuck are you trying to preach to? Whose tree are you trying to bark up? It makes no fucking sense. And I'm not going to say her name because, like I said, she's really nice. Well, I mean, she's been nice to me whenever I, you know, was around her. But it just makes no fucking sense to me. I wish people could really open their eyes and realize the damage that they're doing to society. YouTubers are becoming sometimes even more famous than celebrities these days. And with fame comes responsibility. And you need to realize what you're doing, and you're causing an effect to this world. Like, you're causing all these little girls, these boys that look up to you, you're causing them to think a certain way. If you have a connection with somebody on YouTube, like, say you watch my videos and you're like, I love Nessa so much, like, she's amazing, I love her. And I'm over here posting photos, a certain way, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I wish my body looked like that. And then you start thinking, because you like me and because you have a level of respect for me and you fuck with me, you're gonna think like, oh my gosh, like, yes, like, that's perfect, like, that's what I want to be. And you're gonna compare yourself. I don't want girls doing that. That's why now, like, whenever I post photos, it's gonna be the real shit. If my stomach hangs out a little bit, if my ass doesn't look as perky, if my tits don't, look as round, fuck it. That's reality. And that's what a lot of these YouTubers need, a reality check. You need a fucking reality check. Like, what's the point? Woke up looking skinny today, edits the photo. Finally loving my body, edits the photo. I've been working out, you guys. I've been getting results. Doesn't work out, edits the photo. What's the point? Are you doing it for likes? Are you doing it because, oh, it's going to make me more money if I get more likes? Because, companies are going to think, I'll have a bigger, platform. Is it really worth the money? Is the lack of self-esteem worth the money? Is the lack of confidence? Is the false perception of beauty that you're promoting worth the money? Is it really worth it to lie to thousands of people and pretend? It's not. Because at the end of the day, honestly, there's a lot of people here on YouTube that only do it because they want to be rich. And the people who talk about being rich and the ones that flaunt and all that are the people who are only doing it for the money. The people who, do things that know if there's going to be repercussions, they're still going to do it because they're chasing a check. And I get it. Hustle, bitch. Do what you want to do. Your bills are due. But if you are damaging society and causing people to think that this is what I should look like, and then you're telling everybody, yes, I'm slim thick, or yes, I'm, the titties are popping, or yes, the ass is fat, this is what you want to be, you're just damaging everyone around you. You're just hurting people around you, and that's really fucked up. Because at one point, when I was a little girl, I would look at, celebrities in magazines and think, wow, their skin is so flawless, they're so beautiful. And then you see the unreleased photos, before the Photoshop, and you're like, oh shit, they're actually human. They're not, this digitally created creature. They don't actually look like that. They have acne, they have cellulite, they have dimples on, the back of their thighs. They're a real person. So why am I worshiping this body and thinking this is what I need to look like if they don't even look like that themselves? Like I said, I remember doing that. I remember being that little girl looking up to other people, seeing them in magazines, and then you see them on the red carpet, in person, you're like, they don't even actually look like that. But that's what the beauty standards are saying to look like. So they're getting photoshopped to look that way. They're getting edited to be appealing to everybody around the world. So I really hope that some influencers watch this video. I really hope some people check this out and they realize the damage they're causing to society. Because if you want to be an advocate for what is good, then practice what you preach. If you want to be an advocate for what is beautiful and what is accepted, Practice what you preach. Because it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. It just pisses me off because I have a cousin who's about to be 18 years old, and she would always tell my mom, I wish I looked like Vanessa. Vanessa's so skinny. I hate my body so much. Boys would like me more if I was skinnier. This is too big. This is too small. No. I want everyone to feel beautiful and not compare themselves to other people and not feel like they have to edit or feel like they have to, you know, pretend to be something else for the sake of other people's opinions. Because it's the bitches out there that say they don't give a fuck about what people say that give the most fucks. And I'm gonna admit, I'm one of those bitches who says like, no, I don't really care what people think. But in the past, I really did give a damn. I really did. I really would take what people said and I would run with it. But now, I don't give a fuck at all. Like, I literally don't. Like, if you think I'm fat, cool. If you think that pimple on my cheek or my chin is disgusting, lit. Are you gonna like pay for my dermatologist? Are you gonna hire me a personal trainer? Are you gonna like cook for me every day and like make sure I'm eating a balanced, healthy meal every day? No, so shut the fuck up. Like, who cares? Bitch, love your jelly roll. Bitch, everybody got a little cellulite, a little stretch marks here and there. Maybe there's like a couple women who don't have it, but a majority of people got that. Even men get them. So now we're gonna get into the men a little bit. So don't think that it's only girls out here pretending, because it's not just girls out here pretending. There's an app that I found called the Manly app that dudes can add pecs, abs, make their arms bigger. I had male friends in LA who I would see them making their arms, they would stretch them out, they would tone the abs, they would, you know, take a color, pick like, you know, a color from their skin or something, and then start going drawing on abs, defining what wasn't really there. And I'm like, you fake ass bitch. And they're like, gotta do what I gotta do. And I'm like, what do you mean you gotta do what you gotta do? And they're like, that's what the ladies want. And I'm like, or you can go to the gym. And if you can't afford that, you can, you know, when you're not doing anything at night, turn on some Netflix, do some ab workouts on the floor, get a pull-up bar, do what you gotta do. These are the same guys that are out here like, that girl got a fake ass, or she got fake teeth, but they're out here just as insecure online, editing themselves. What's the point? You're gonna eventually, people are seeing you in person, and then where'd the arms go? Where's the abs? Where'd it go? Well, what's the point of lying to people? What is it going to get you? Where is it going to get you? Nowhere. Maybe you'll get a couple more likes, but your mentality is just going to go lower and lower and lower. Your self-esteem is going to crumble. What's the point? When you could accept yourself and love yourself for who you are. Do you really think people way back in the day were so pressed about all this shit? No, it's because society turned it this way. Bitch, hundreds of years ago, girls were walking around with their saggy ass titties flopping in the wind, running around, ass cheeks hanging to the fucking back of their knees, not giving a damn. And that's how we need to be now. Shit, if you got some saggy ass titties, who gives a damn? Accept them. If you got a not so, you know, perky booty, you gotta accept it. That's the way God built you. Now, if the case is that you're doing it to yourself by, you know, eating poorly, not taking care of yourself, sitting around all day and doing nothing, then you're doing it to yourself. So don't get mad at the world and be like, why can't I have a body like that? Like, that's just not the case for everybody. So if you have such an issue There's always a solution. Change your habits. Stop stressing as much, because stress can actually cause that. People also think that drinking alcohol doesn't do anything, but alcohol is empty calories. You're going to gain weight from that. You're going to, like, if you're just not living a healthy lifestyle. We were put on this earth to eat the fruit, to eat the vegetables, be healthy, run our bodies, be active. We didn't come into the world with cars. We didn't come into the world with this or that. People had to run around, catch their own food. People had to swim, hike, travel, active. That's why we were given legs to use. Now, if you got a health issue and it's causing, some, things, then you have to learn to accept that and love that, because you're unique and you can't help it. Don't feel hard on yourself. There's people with thyroid problems and they gain a couple of pounds and they're like, I'm just so uncomfortable. I hate myself. I hate my body. Ever since I had this issue, everything just went downhill and I fucking hate myself. You need to, 1, be grateful that you're still alive. 2, you need to realize this is a challenge you were given. And the way you roll with it is how everything's gonna end. If you accept that, okay, I have this issue, and no matter what, my body's going to be affected by it, but I'm not gonna let that define me, then you won. But if you're going around like, I hate myself, I hate this, I hate that, hate the world, I wish I looked like this or that, you're not getting anywhere, and all you're doing is harming yourself. Don't let these beauty standards get to you guys. Who the fuck came up with them in the first place? Because last time I checked, ain't nobody superior to any other human in this world. Ain't nobody better than anyone. The only person that is superior to any human is God. Half of these people who are out here editing photos and saying, that's not good, that's ugly, she's too big to model, she's too this or whatever, it's because they couldn't do it themselves. That's the gag. So we need to stop giving these people power and letting them decide what's beautiful to us. Because the real beauty is accepting yourself and loving yourself. Because you know damn well you cannot go your entire life pretending. Because it's going to end very, very bad. And it has happened to a lot of celebrities, falling into drugs, falling into, becoming alcoholics, killing themselves. There's girls out here in New York paying $1.50 for someone to put some damn tire filler in their ass. Do you guys remember when Cardi B in that interview, she said, I got my titties and I got my ass done because I felt like I had to. Because it wasn't as, up to par as these other girls. And they were making me feel some sort of way about myself. So I gave in, and I don't want girls to feel that way. And that's why I respect that woman so much, because she was honest. So I just don't want people to feel the need, and YouTube is such a big platform, and all these people are advocating for the wrong shit, or they're only advocating when it benefits them, or when it gets them paid. But in reality, they're doing everything they said they're not. In reality, they're doing everything that is the complete opposite. And it's sickening. It really is. Because I was that bitch once upon a time. I really was. I was telling people, love yourself. Don't do drugs. Don't do this. Stay in school. And I went against my word. And I lost myself. And that's why I had to really, find myself again. And I'm finally, like I said, in a place where I can sit down here and talk to you guys about this. Because I went through it. I went through it. So, that's really all I wanted to say in this video. I'm so sick and tired of all this fake. And then I'm also sick of people trying to call me out, saying that I'm doing this and I'm doing that when they're doing either the exact same thing or worse. People trying to come at me like, Vanessa, you're so petty, you're so messy. But you go to my channel and you see Get Ready With Me, vlog, driving with Nessa, haul. You go to these other people's channel, fighting with, the messy drama with, I da-da-da with, I da-da-da who. But I'm messy, and I'm the one that's hurting the world. I'm the one that's promoting bad things, right? I'm the one that's doing all these bad things, right? No. Bitch, everybody gets a little petty once in a while. Everybody gets a little shady. Don't act like you're some high and mighty bitch. Like you never done no shit in your life. Everybody makes mistakes. And everybody says some shit that they shouldn't have. And sometimes things are taken out of context. And it's blown up into something completely different. Oh well. And that's part of growing up and learning and maturing as a person. But it just pisses me off how I try to be a good example for you guys. And I try to, promote this, and that. But other people are trying to, call me out on it when they're telling people love yourself and they can't even look in the mirror without envisioning how they're going to pinch their waist. And how they're going to get all these likes on this photo because their ass looks fat in it. After Facetune. It doesn't make any sense. People are becoming exactly what they say they're not going to. And it saddens me. I promised myself I wasn't going to be the stereotypical blah, 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 turns into it. And I get that this is people's careers. But it's also people's lives that you're dealing with. And I'm afraid for our future. The world's getting worse day by day. And it terrifies me. Because I'm 20 years old. The next 10 years, I'm gonna have kids. I'm gonna start that new part of my life. And I don't want my daughter to grow up in a society as disgusting as the one we live in now, where everything revolves around money and showing off and showing out and pretending to be something you're not and lying to a bunch of people. I don't want my kids to be around that. And I don't want to have to, take my kid's phone away and not let them watch YouTube videos, and you can't have an Instagram account, you can't have a Twitter. I don't want to have to shelter my kid that much, because I was sheltered as fuck. I don't want to have to, I had a Facebook and my dad would make me delete it. No Instagram, no none of this. And I don't want to have to do that. I want my kids, be able to express themselves and, experience it. Social media could be fun. But if the people that are the influencers are pieces of shit, I don't want my kids seeing that. So we need to make a change. So hey, Instagram model. Hey, YouTuber. Hey, YouNower, muser. Try to delete Facetune off your phone. And try to, post a picture accepting yourself. Post a picture with that big ass zit on your face. I posted a picture yesterday and you can see my pores, bitch. You can see the little holes, the pimples on my chin. Who cares? Everybody gets some. And if you really think about it, at the end of the day, the people who are dealing with, severe acne, and say you have acne on your face and you promote, not promote it, but you post a picture and you don't Facetune it out. They're going to be like, she has thousands of people looking at her and she doesn't care. So why do I care going to school and having pimples? Why am I so insecure? She has thousands of people looking at her and she doesn't care. She doesn't have the perfect body that, society is trying to, put upon us. But she's still comfortable posting this and that. So, I don't know. It scares me, like I said. The world is getting worse and worse. And I can't wait until people open their eyes and really realize the damage they're doing. But they probably won't, because all they care about is money, right? all they care about is looking good and, well, not looking good, pretending, because it's not even real. So it irks me and it scares me, because I was raised that I don't need to do this, I don't need to do this, I don't need to alter that, and then I fell into that because I felt the pressure of I need to look good. I see other girls doing it and I'm like, wow, they look so good and it's bringing them success, I want to do it too. When in reality, they probably fucking hate themselves. They probably walk around like, what if someone sees me in public, or what if this or what if that. There's so many Instagram models that edit their faces and then you see them walking down the runway and they look completely different. Or you see these Instagram models and they, you know, try to actually become models and they get denied because they don't even look like their photos. And then they go and get work done to look like what their photos look like. At the end of the day, I'm going to cut the video here because it's getting really long, but this is much needed. At the end of the day, everything that you see online is not true. And you just don't compare yourself to these people. Don't compare yourself to anyone. You were created in God's image and you are beautiful. Whether you're, you know, a little wider, whether you're a little skinnier, thinner, bigger, taller, shorter, size 35 feet, it doesn't matter. As long as you are healthy and you have a family that loves you and takes care of you and wants the best for you, you're perfect. Don't compare yourself to these people online, because they're comparing themselves to other people online, and that person's comparing themselves to someone online. If you want something, work hard for it. Put the Facetune down. Put the Photoshop down. If you want this result, you gotta go do what you gotta do to get it. If you've always, you know, wished that you had this and that, I've always wanted to have a toned body. Obviously, I had it when I was playing sports, but then after that, I just stopped working out. I didn't care because I was Facetuning. I was like, shit, I could just, bloop, bloop, beep. There we go, we're done. And it created something in my head. I don't know what it is, like a false reality, that I started to believe that I actually looked like that. And if I didn't edit it's like I would take a photo, go straight to Facetune, edit, post. It's like I didn't even think of it. It was like a habit. It's like I was trying to trick myself that this is what you look like, so like we need to like do this real quick and just put it on there, which is really weird. And if I feel this way, I'm sure a lot of girls feel this way too. So just please, like I said, learn to love yourself. Confidence is beautiful. Being yourself is beautiful. Don't ever feel like you need to change yourself to be something you're not. Fuck society. Fuck what they say you need to be or what you don't need to be. Because what you need to be is yourself. Because you being yourself is the most beautiful thing you can do. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember, stay fly, stay cute, don't be malicious, and stay being delicious. Thank you so much for watching. Please take my message. Don't think I'm trying to be a bully or try to think I'm trying to hurt people, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people trying to label me as being petty or shady or salty. No, bitch, I'm not being shady or salty. I'm being honest. And I don't give a damn who has more followers than me. If they're gonna have their minions attack me, bitch. Give me clout. Go for it. If that's what you want to do. But everything I just said was true. See you next week.
Work.